Hello everybody, hope you're all having a great time as always. This is the absolute most insane way to take advantage of the Superyeti Blimp. I'm going to swag 9 spells on this base, 7 spells on the next base. Anyways, rocket loons to funnel, testing for traps for the Blimp, going after the Town Hall, and going to lure the CC. I wanted to get the Town Hall, CC, and the Monolith, only got the Town Hall and the CC. Pathing in this space is not ideal for an AQ charge. We have the AQ with Warden, Rage Vial to protect, and the nice thing about this Warden is he has Eternal Tome, so when we get into the core and things get a little insane, we can just pop the Eternal Tome and protect the AQ and the BK and some Headhunters to take out that back end minion prince. So dropping in this Ice Golem. Ice Golems are just to tank, freeze up defenses for 8.5 seconds because they're not maxed yet, and just take advantage of all the freeze to multi-targeting defenses. RC comes in at around 10 o'clock to help support and keep AQ and BK pushing into the core. And we're just dropping Ice Golems around the outside of the base, freezing up those ricochet cannons, just distracting. This entire army is nothing but distractions. We have the AQ tanking for the RC, we have the Ice Golems tanking for both of them, Warden ability with some Headhunters, taking out the enemy BK, enemy minion prince, Ice Golems are wrapping around the outside of the base, got Wizards for cleanup, dropping in more Ice Golems. I've got 9 spells left. It's absolutely insane. You guys have to try this. It's by far the most fun strat in the game. If you have done spam for a little while, I mean, this is refreshing. It doesn't get much more fun than this. Swagging 9 spells. It's a blast. So just go ahead and give it a try. I'll have the army comp in the description, and my camps are not maxed yet, so still at 320. And yeah, base is completely gone. Visiting a friend's clan and getting some FCs, fresh base, worked out well. And 9 spells. Over to another friend's clan. This is Jet. He's always got some great bases to try out. So on this base, I want to send in 4 rocket loons to distract that mortar and the air defense over here by 3 o'clock. And then I need to freeze that air sweeper to get the blimp close enough to the compartment for the monolith. But I'm going to pop the blimp before it gets to the monolith so it's in that section without any defenses or buildings next to it, so I can clone over the wall and just have the Yetimites get cloned up. And you'll see the cloned Yetimites just take care of that entire compartment. It's absolutely insane. Get the CC pull. Got an archer down here at the camp to pull the Ice Golems. And yeah, 12% of the base gone, but it was a crucial 12% of the base. And now I'm just going to drop my AQ here down by 6. Take out some of those builder huts, just so I don't have to worry about them stalling up anything further on in the raid. And I'm going to work from 6 to 9 and take out that Town Hall with the AQ. And what you want to do with this strat is you really want to create a nice funnel, because you want your BK to meet up with your AQ and Warden, because the BK is responsible for opening up walls with his EQ boots. So AQ pushes in, takes out enemy AQ, takes out this ricochet cannon, BK goes down, Ice Golem to help tank and freeze defenses. AQ's just fine. We have 2 additional healers for the AQ. Sending in a test loon. And we have 4 wall breakers, and some of these wall breakers are used for compartments on the outside of the base to get the Ice Golems deep enough into the compartments so that they can provide their freeze. So Ice Golem in, and RC Spirit Fox just every now and then makes her invisible. So yeah, Ice Golem freeze, that multi-targeting Archer Tower that would have taken the Spirit Fox and the RC is completely frozen. RC's pushing in. We have Warden ability yet to use. Now the RC's under Warden Rage, destroying the enemy RC. We have more defenses getting distracted. We have an Ice Golem down for this Ricochet Cannon. Ricochet Cannons are always a pain. This ricochet cannon's going down. Warden ability still not needed. Dropping in some giants. Another ice golem. Going to use that headhunter on the minion prince. And yeah, we have 7 spells that we don't need. This strategy is all about setup, timing, and distractions. So yeah, give this strat a try because it is a lot of fun. And don't worry about the Superyeti Blimp disappearing because I've been doing this for a long time with a different method, which I will be bringing to you soon. Alright, so I suppose you all recognize this base. This base is pretty prolific in Legend League. So sending in the Superyeti Blimp, I managed to miss the Yetimites and cloned the Superyeti itself. So not as much damage as I would have liked, but we still have great pathing. Go ahead, use the AQ ability, giant arrow through the base. Drop a loon down to test for traps. See, we got some Teslas popping up here to the left of the AQ, and I want my AQ to go to the right because there's a fire spitter just below the town hall that is facing to the left. Yeah, you can see that right there. And at that range, it'll peel off your healers, it'll force you to use invisibility spells one after another, and it's really hard to cover the AQ, Warden, and the healers with one invisibility spell. You'd be better off using free spells, but we don't have many free spells, so we're going to create pathing for the AQ to go in to the side of that fire spitter. So we open up that wall, BK is going in. You always want to meet up BK with your Archer Queen and Warden. This way he can push in, tank for the AQ, and Phoenix will soak up any air traps as well. So we're pushing in, Warden and AQ. Warden unfortunately is going to go to ability due to that multi-target Inferno. Could have dropped a invisibility spell, but we are trying to swag as many spells as possible. RC's working around, ice golems are distracting everything. And with 6 ice golems, I tend to send 2 into the core with the AQ, BK, and Warden, and then 4 on the outside. But it depends on the base. You'll see this base, we got some outside ricochet cannons with wizard towers right next to them. Perfect to just set an ice golem next to the wizard tower and freeze those defenses. You'll see the ricochet cannon goes down, AQ's working, and the greatest thing about this strat is the RC and the AQ always work together. You notice that the AQ is pushing up towards the town hall and the RC wraps around the outside, keeping the queen on the inside, and they just take turns distracting defenses for each other. Drop down that skeleton spell, and the base is gone. And only 5 spells left over though, unfortunately. Not 9, not 7, 5. Alright, so just cleaning up the base. Yeah, definitely give this a try. And don't worry if the Superyeti is gone soon, because there is another way to do this strat, and I will be bringing that very shortly. Alright, so dropping in some test loons, test rocket loons, pushing in far to soak up the traps. Drop in the blimp, rage the Yetis. And I did not get the Yetimites this time again, I just got the Superyeti. So not quite as much value as I would like, but still got the town hall. So yeah, quite a lot of value. Now I'm just kind of figuring out what to do with my AQ. It only takes 1 super rocket loon to go onto a wizard tower if there's nothing else next to it. So 1 rocket loon on the wizard tower and a Valkyrie to deal with those enemy ice golems. Drop an ice golem next to the ricochet cannon because I'm going to drop my AQ right next to it. And I do not want my hero pets to go down right away due to that ricochet cannon. Dropping in the RC. She's going to meet up with the AQ. And the RC is going to go into the middle of the base this time. Just because there's no real definite compartment that's easy to force our BK and AQ into. And you'll see coming up, the RC has to face the fire spitter. And that can be very problematic. See how I had to drop that invisibility spell on the RC, and the fire spitter still took out a lot of the health of the healers. So go ahead and freeze up the Fire Spitter facing the RC. Pop RC ability, pop Warden ability, Eternal Tome. AQ works in, takes out the Monolith. RC is now behind the Fire Spitter facing away. Inferno Tower is not doing too much damage. And everything's just wrapping around together. You really want to keep these heroes close together. That way they can tank for each other, distract for each other, and take out the base together. Skeleton spell, typically used around a ricochet cannon on the back end, or next to a hero, or both. Also, if you have a minion prince on the back end, it's really nice to save an ice golem to distract him, because the minion prince can be a major pain. And this has been part 1, with part 2 coming shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.